competitions as well, so please keep an eye out for that. And for our first bit, we're going to do something called ins and outs, or entrances and exits, whatever you'd like to call it. And for this, first we would like to have a location. So if anyone wants to throw out some locations there in the chat, we'll just take the first one we can get. And then I'll also be, while we're waiting for that, I'll be needing a few other words. We're going to have little trigger words that when they are said, they're going to tell us when to enter or exit the scene anytime we say them. So for myself, if someone could give me the name of a tool, any kind of common tool, like a hammer, something like that. For Paul, something edible, anything, food, fruit, vegetable, whatever, something edible. And for Danny, an article of clothing. So we need a location, a tool, something edible, and an article of clothing. As soon as we get those, we'll start our scene. All right, our location is the Empire State Building. We have Butlins. Don't even know what that is. I'm not sure if that's the edible or the tool. All right, that must be the edible. We have a hammer, which is a tool. And we have hat. And since I have marshmallow as a suggestion, I know what that is. We'll go with marshmallow. So marshmallow is Paul's word. I gave hammer as a suggestion. Our next one is saw. So I'll go with saw. And Danny's is hat. All right, so if Danny and Paul would come on, please. Hello, Danny. Hello, Paul.
Hello. Hello.
All right, so Danny, your word is hat. Whenever the word hat is spoken, you enter or exit, come up with a reason to leave or come back. Paul, your word is marshmallow. And my word is saw. Okay. And we are at the Empire State Building. And if Paul and Danny, if you would please turn off your cameras for a moment till I call you. Till your word is spoken. You know, I'm proud of this thing. I feel like a lot of work put into this thing, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You know, ever since I first put on that hard hat, I feel like this is my home, you know?
What are you looking at there, Jeff?
This here is the Empire State Building. It was my dream.
This is the Empire State Building?
And, you know, I worked my fingers to the bone to build this thing.
How long did it take you to build this thing?
You wouldn't believe it. It took me 3 whole weeks.
3 weeks to build this?
I know. 3 whole weeks to build it. With my own 2 hands.
What took you so long? I could have built this in a day.
Oh, could you? Could you?
Yeah.
Maybe 20 years ago you could have. But today, look at the shape you're in. You're like a big marshmallow.
Well, that's just rude. What do you think of this?
So is that it then, yeah?
That's it? What do you mean, is that it?
Is that it?
It's huge. Yeah.
I was expecting it to be a bit bigger, to be honest.
That's what I was saying.
I mean, is this like half size, and you're gonna like base this model and then build a proper thing next week or something? Yeah.
That's got to be the biggest, tallest building that you ever saw. I'm not putting up with this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the blueprints.
I don't know, really. I mean, I've seen bigger ones on telly. I've seen bigger stuff.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is maybe the prototype.
Yeah, that's what I reckon is like the little model that he's going to base it on, and then when he can be bothered, he might come along and actually build something that's going to have a bit more impact than this. Because ain't being funny, I don't know, just a little bit disappointed, really.
Yeah,
Expecting more.
what's he made it out of?
I don't know. It's like jelly. I mean, to be honest, it's a bit of an eyesore, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder where he is with those blueprints.
Right. So I'm back. Look, this is the original plan, and this is how we built it. It's perfect.
When you say we, who's we?
Well, the crew, they just brought me the materials. I'm the guy who's in charge, and I had the design.
Cool.
I've got the blue hat.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta pick up my other hat from the cleaners. I'll be back in a moment.
In a bit. So this crew that built it, did you get any kind of contract or guarantees from them at all?
Well, it's a gentleman's contract. We shook hands. We built a little fire. We toasted marshmallows. It was great.
Any chance? All right. Oh, yeah, I love them as well. Anyway, sorry. I just remember I left the washing on. Give me a sec.
This guy. He's so unreliable. This is why I had to build this thing myself. I need a few more people with a white hat is what I need to help me maintain this monstrosity.
Yo, I'm back. Yeah, they were a bit late with the cleaners there, but where'd the other guy go, Marshall?
Well, I don't know. I just saw him, but maybe I could go find him.
Okay. Well, since Marshall's gone, and I'm here, kind of looking at it. I kind of might want to see what my wife thinks. Let me just give her a call real quick. Hey, yo, where you at? We got this weird thing here that they're building, and I kind of want a second opinion. I think the Marshall is kind of a bit uptight. I think we need to make the marsh mellow out somewhat. Calm him down. What do you think?
How's it going, guys? Turned out my washing wasn't finished. Got another 20 minutes left on it. So I thought I'd just come back and see if you finished the building yet.
Okay, right, one second. I thought you finished this guy's laundry. What's wrong with you? I'll see you when I get home. I'm so sorry, but I thought she should have been finished with your laundry by now.
No, man.
I don't know what my wife is thinking.
20 minutes. I was just hoping that you might have finished the building.
Yeah. Maybe we need to change some of the blueprints here.
I saw this really interesting thing online the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Right, look.
What? Oh, you're
I came back here because I got to demand some answers. Because my helper here, first of all, I thought he was like me. I thought he was a New Yorker. Suddenly, I'm listening in, and I think he moved south. I think he's really from Georgia, and I don't believe it.
Who, me?
It's you don't deserve that white hat.
Wow. Okay, I take offense to that. I'm leaving.
That guy. Soft as a marshmallow.
Yeah, we're all a bit soft in the head, mate. Anyway, I better go and check on that washing. Give me a sec.
Incompetent helpers. But to be honest, it's still the most beautiful building I ever saw. And scene. All right, so that was our ins and outs, or entrances and exits. Thank you very much. And for our next little bit, we're going to do something a bit cinematic. We're going to do the French edit, or the Amélie edit. If you're familiar with the film Amélie, how the way that the editing is just really interesting. It changes from one scene to another. We're going to use that as we change our scenes. So all we really need for this next bit is just a single word as our theme, as our inspiration to start with. So we'll just take whatever word comes in from the audience, and we'll just take that as our single word. That'll be our theme for the rest rest of what we do. Take the first one that comes in, any word at all. All right, butterfly. Butterfly is our word, our inspiration. Now for this, I'm going to have Paul and Danny start the scene based on our first word, which was butterfly. Thank you for all those other words coming in. But we're going to start with the first one, which is butterfly. Paul and Danny are going to start a scene. And then at some point, I will interject with meanwhile, something like that, and set the scene for something tangentially connected in some way. And then I'll start the scene with one of them. Paul or Danny might jump in and continue with two-person scenes. The third person will just at some point interject whenever they feel it right with meanwhile, somewhere else or something else, somehow connected. You'll see how it goes. All right, Paul and Danny, please start your scene, butterfly.
Cool. Can you see them all? They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, just floating around. Can't believe we've got a butterfly cage.
I know, it's great to be in it. Do you know what I heard about butterflies? I read this conspiracy theory about them online, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
You know, everyone thinks like they kind of come from caterpillars and they have that like pupal stage, but that's just all an urban myth.
Oh,
They basically just grow from bean. You heard that
yeah,
one?
yeah, I heard that. You got to plant them in a specific type of soil, I think, isn't it?
That's it, type of soil. But it's just not like any bean. Each different bean you plant, yeah, is a different kind of butterfly, because obviously all butterflies look different, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So get this. Go on. What you say?
I was going to say maybe we should try growing some of our own.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you grow like cabbage seeds, you get a cabbage white. That's worth a try. Yeah.
Yeah. All I've got is this tin of baked beans.
Yeah, try it, mate. Try it. You might get like an orange butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I'll just scatter these around.
Cool.
Just hope we don't get one that's hooked on anything.
Freeze. That soil was fertilized 100,000 years ago by the remains of what was left behind by some mighty hunters. Oh, you kill mammoth yet? I kill 3 mammoth.
You kill 3. I kill 2.
5 mammoth. Not enough. We will kill all mammoth.
All of them?
All mammoth.
Good.
We eat 3.
We eating these?
We eat 3 mammoth. The rest we put in the soil.
Oh, I know eat meat.
No eat meat.
No.
What Neanderthal are you?
I am on the paleo.
Something wrong with you.
Too much rock to the head.
Or not enough.
We need rock.
More rock.
Throw rock.
It turns out, even millions of years ago, there was even a justice system for mammoths being murdered. There was an official court system and a court hearing where mammoths, or the victims of mammoths that had been murdered, could present their case. And they could imprison cavemen or women that have murdered the said mammoths. And it went a little something like this. I shall translate for you. I can't believe it. You took him from me. The best years of his life were ahead of him. And then the judge, who was also a mammoth, would reply with the following. which roughly... Apologies, I jumped the gun. Which roughly translates as, Madam, could you see the perpetrator? I mean, the man that murdered your husband in this courtroom now? To which the reply would be, I'm not sure. Let me get me glasses out. And to translate, hang on a minute. Those aren't my long-distance glasses. Those are my close-up ones for reading. Just give me a second. I'll have a little rummage in my handbag.
As messy as that sounds, this form of complicated mammoth law actually became the basis for the way law was taught at Oxford University in the year 2019.
Well, welcome everyone. As new law which has just come into existence, which I'm here to teach you all about. Okay, so I see you already have a question. Yes.
Yes. How does the law actually apply to those of us who went to Eton? Which, of course, the answer must be not at all.
Well, it depends how many of you there were. I mean, also the jurisdiction. I mean, this has only been embellished in certain parts of the country, as you can see. We, at the moment, we're still debating whether it should be brought in to our jurisdiction. I have to attend several meetings about this to make sure that we fully integrate this into our society. Do you have any propositions?
Yes. Say, if perhaps I set a light, a poor person, in Piccadilly Circus, danced around it laughing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What would be the legal implications?
Well, the legal implications would be that you wouldn't be permitted to do that in the middle of Piccadilly Circus. You need to do it in the middle of Oxford Street. That's where the entertainment district is. Piccadilly Circus is more of a tourist attraction for the more commercial things. They're not interested in our culture, so we have to, give them as much internationality as possible.
What if I said I like a tourist?
Tourist? Well, as long as they have insurance, they should be okay.
Meanwhile, at a travel agency, the last travel agency, a tourist was getting ready to book a flight to London.
Hello, I'd like to book a flight to London, please. Hello, service. Is there anyone there? I'd like to book a flight to London, please.
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
Absolutely.
Can I book a flight to London, please? I've been waiting for over 10 seconds.
Of course you can. And because you are, not quite clever enough to book it yourself using the internet, I'm going to show you the packages that we have, this archaic thing called a magazine. Now, you can actually book a flight directly from New York to London. It only makes 3 stops in St. Petersburg, in Auckland, and in Cape Town, and then gets you back to London. Absolutely. Yep. And it is only for the low price of £12,000.
Oh, that's remarkably cheap. I think I might have that spare change in my pocket right now. 1 second.
Absolutely fantastic. And then each bag, of course, is just an extra $3,000. That's just standard luggage fee for you.
Okay. If I give you $15,000 now, will that cover everything?
Of course. Now, when we talk about insurance, how do you feel about being set on fire for the entertainment of the aristocracy?
To be honest, I don't think I've actually tried it personally, but I'm willing to give it a go.
Oh, right, because
much?
that is
How
a bonus feature, authentic UK experience.
Free?
Only an extra £2,000.
Oh, okay then. Well, here's this £20,000. That'll cover everything. What?
Absolutely,
young man. Right.
Thank you very much. I will be taking that.
Good.
Here is a bit of loo roll with the words "plane ticket" written on it in Sharpie.
Right. Thank you very much.
And I will now be
thank you. And
catching my own flight clear out of here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Mr. Aeroplane. Mr. Aeroplane, I have my ticket here.
Meanwhile,
how do I board?
Meanwhile, in Portsmouth, 3 very silly individuals were wrapping up an improvised show and getting ready to hand back to the host. I believe we are coming to the end of our time, so I will go ahead and hand back over to David and get ready for the exciting show coming up. Thank you.
Make sure my audio is on. So thank you very much there, Brian.
Hi.
Fantastic stuff to have you there. Audience, that was the Portsmouth Improv experience. Always fantastic to have these guys on. In just about 4 or 5 minutes, there might be a slight time delay to it, but we're going to get the stream going again. So just get ready to refresh the pages, because we're going to have the Geek Squadron against the random tardigrades for you momentarily. So until then, don't go anywhere. Go grab a drink if you've got to do anything.